Okay, video 2001. Thought I'd touch on a couple little things right quick. When I came into the shop, I immediately tried to put this on. It was turned inside out. It's got all kinds of glue on it, and it immediately started itching, and I had thought that it would be a good idea to buy a second one. And I quickly ran out of my favorite gloves. These are called Steel Venom. You get them at Home Depot. I'm sorry, Home of Economy. And they are expensive, $17 for the good ones, $13 for the cheap ones, and they quit carrying them, and I'm like, oh man, don't quit carrying them, I want them back. And I went back in there today to get me a shirt, and darn it, they had them back in the shelf, so I went ahead and spent the extra money and got me a box of them, because I had run out. Oh, wow, what else was it I was going to touch on? I got my shirt, long sleeve shirt. I went to replace my cartridges at the body shop supplier, and he said, do you need the little filters that go in there, not the cartridges, not the charcoal cartridges, but the outside filter? And I said, no, I think I got plenty of them up here. As soon as I got back to shop, they were out. So I immediately went down and got some more last week. And when I took those things off this week to replace them, it was dust everywhere. Where else was I that I was going to touch on that I knew my first video had messed me up on? Don't remember exactly. Maybe it was that stringer down there. Oh, that's what it was. I was starting to talk about in video 199, I think, about how this side has chop strand mat on it. Last year, I ran into a roadblock. I glassed this whole area, and nothing would stick to this, and that wouldn't get anything but tacky, and I had a mess, and I stopped. This year I corrected some of those problems. One of the things I wanted to find out early on was whether or not this was going to hold a layer of chop strand to give me some bite for the 1708, and it did immediately. I guess, you know, whatever moisture was in it is dried out. Whatever challenges I had with mech ratios I cured, and I went ahead and put it on, and I meant to do the same thing on this side as soon as possible, so both of them would be curing out while I'm doing all this other work to make sure I don't end up with a sticky mess in there, because it's hard to work here if this is sticky. Well, currently everything is tack free, but I haven't covered that one yet. So today, sometime late today, at the end of the day, I'm hoping to do just that. But before I do that, I'm going to do some light sanding across here and here to get this ready for the actual covering, and I'm going to form my boards and do whatever work I'm going to back there as far as taking all those boards out before I do this. That way I'm not sitting on that, you know, sticky stuff while I'm trying to work in here. But that's where the little ball bounces at the moment. I cleaned out my vacuum cleaner and cleaned up some of my mess. Up here I did take the clamps down. The glue has worked, but I need to pre-drill them and put some screws in them, and I have yet to do that. So before I get to actually doing anything more up there, I've got to get those screws in. Did do the sanding around the outside edges, and got that done. So all I have to do if I'm ready, whenever that board gets here up here, is to acetone and go. But I'm not ready yet. I wanted to, you know, this is I've been working on this thing, excuse me a minute, for about 3 years. Got it in 2017, and this is 2020. I got it early 2017, but I didn't really start working on it until mid 2017. So I've been working on it for about 3 years. And the beauty of a project this big is knowing that when I get to an area I'm not sure what I'm going to do, like that wall right there, I can step back and go do other stuff, and one day that idea will come to me. That's the beauty of taking your time and doing this one piece at a time. And you ask yourself, well, where's Rod going with this? Well, let me tell you where I'm going with this. Imagine, if you will, the absolute nicest looking blue and white driver's seat. Nice, I mean real nice, not crappy fishing stuff. I'm talking a really nice seat. Imagine that sitting there. Okay. Can you imagine one sitting across from it just like it? I actually considered leaving that seat out altogether just to give more room in the boat. But assuming I changed my mind and put a second one over there for the queen bee, wasn't sure what I was going to do up front. Up front is an area that had, I changed everything, okay, first off. What I changed was, on the other one, this come up to here and then came across. It wasn't a board straight across at this deck height. The actual seat was way up there, all the way around. And I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I just know that I wanted some more room and I wanted something different. So I put the deck in here, not sure what I was going to do for seats. Remember those two really nice captain's chairs that are going to go right there? Imagine, if you will, matching captain's chairs in these corners. Swivel captain's chairs. One here, one there, and one way up front. Imagine 3 of those same captain's chairs way up front. And on that deck. Not way up high, not extra, everything else. Just 3 captain's chairs sitting on that deck. Swivel captain's chairs. And then 2 here. And then 1 there. And 1 there. This wouldn't have the pedestal, but it would have the swivel if it were sitting on this deck. And then the open area in the middle, having nothing but a covering for the engine that can be carpeted. And if somebody wants to sit on the carpet, they can. It could be a padded seat if I decided to go ahead and put the padded seats back in or make more. But that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matching chairs. Nice ones. Yeah. What does that do? It means that my interior work just got a lot easier when it comes time to actually start doing interior. And it also means that my upholstery work won't be in question. It won't be my crappy sewing or me paying somebody huge amounts of money to come up with something that honestly I don't like. And when I had this idea today, it just hit me 3 years into this project. I realized there's another option that just might be better. If that is the case, we'd be looking at replacing that carpet with blue, that carpet with blue, the forward bulkhead carpeted with blue, the deck and the deck with Decadence. Decadence is a product that lays very similar to carpet, but it doesn't bond to the hull. It's just good and heavy, and you cut it to fit, and it looks really nice. And when you want to clean it, you just take it up and clean it, and you mop under it or take a garden hose and water under it or whatever. But at that point, my biggest challenge will be the outside edge cushions all the way around. How to do them, what to do them in. But the carpet, the floor, and the seating, I think the decision's been made as far as that goes. And I think now that I've realized that that's where I'm at on this project, I also realized that by late July, early August next year, we might actually be taking this boat out on the lake to play. Or at least test it. Will it be 100% finished? No, I think I'll still have all these outside cushions to do and everything else, but I think we'll be real close. Thanks, and have a great day.